from their last composition.
Okay, G2 one map away from getting to playoffs.
Yeah,
T1 on defense, G2 on attack.
Zero sentinel, so it does make a huge difference to the comps. We haven't seen either of these teams
Frenzy again, of
on
course.
exactly these comps.
We're at
No
1-1
idea
pistol, so that's nice.
Meteor. Peeking early on, but he might have just missed that timing. Drone, though, is going to be spoiling most of that. Tries to pre-aim it. Meteor will take it out. The wall in his face, though. Setting this one up. Prowler going to be broken nice and early.
Whoa.
Stray shots from Stacks.
Those spams could be deadly.
Hoping for a connection, even getting a lot of damage chipped
Yeah,
down.
he did get it. He got a fair amount of damage off here. It could have been way worse for G2 as well. I will say, T1 did a pretty good job of just actually shutting this down. Interesting to see. Meteor likes to save Fawns. That's something that I've noticed. I love saving a Fawns.
Very committed to an A finish.
Ginormous, thank you so much for doing that, bro.
If you go back and re-explore, they're just looking to push people back and still end in an A.
Jolly not Ginormous. Thank you for the bits, though. I appreciate that.
Move their defenders away too much.
Leaf is deep inserted. Might be choosing to take a timing against Meteor as well.
It's pretty nice from T1. They clear over towards middle. And they have got early info over towards B. So definitely got to keep an eye on Leaf lurking. 14 HP makes a lot of sense that he's allowed to just do what he wants on the other side of the map.
Spike in this direction. Maybe Valen deciding to just end on B.
Yeah, maybe a bit of hard committal. Seen that
Whoa! Okay, well, we got info, but we did it so close that...
Jumped on him.
All right.
And we're seeing it flood in here, an attempt by T1, at least the salvos make it so that there's only one pocket to stay in and stand in and try and stand your ground. Still Valen's overwhelmed by that presence, but the bodies, they flood in afterwards. And after the fact here, G2 do have control of this, but it's still a 2v3 on pistol rounds. Anything's doable, anything's possible. Comes out to these fights
Stacks might have to do a lot. They know that Leaf's low.
He's the last one left now into that 1v2. A lot of damage done to Leaf prior. One bullet will do him in. Doesn't matter where it lands, and he is hard clearing all of these positions. Found his mark.
Fade-eye floor close.
Damage done though.
Ooh.
44 HP. Trent playing off here in a position that is planted in. It's not really ideal from him up towards top heaven. Trent taking that P jump spot. Stacks half onto the defuse already.
He did get half.
A bit of a spot to win in here. Time pressure eased off.
Whoa, nicey hand from Trent on this one. Stacks devastated.
Big reaction there from Stacks.
Do this play over towards B.
Both hands on his head.
Try and get that early info, but he just TP'd from so close.
He lost that. And that was the exact moment where E2 realized.
Children, I can't even believe his luck, man. Look how easy that is.
Double dashed in with his track down in the open to try to get some information. And they're way closer than he realizes. Yeah, there's the reaction I'm talking about. Stacks not happy with just where his bullets went there towards the end. That was very winnable. He was in a nice position. But it's E2's mistake that opens things. We're not sure how good either of these teams are going to be with this comp, or these comps. T1 could have been practicing it for weeks.
Drone, hello, TP, but you're still hard committed into the corner of the fight. They haven't cleared him. Jugstow's here. Surely there would be that return of the fire. It is there. You're right about
got a little close.
The practice levels of these teams on these competitions.
It's a nice push behind on this one as well.
3 of Pacific.
Yeah.
On Corrode, so
we at least know that G2, this is a last-minute pivot. You don't know for T1 how long they've been playing this. Leaf, checking the flank. You've got to be doing that pretty religiously because no sentinel in your comp giving you that flank watch. But the no sentinel comps are really powerful here on Corrode. On attack and even on defense. They can be very, very good. So I actually like the comps that both teams are playing.
What's in tail on this map? It's probably not too bad. You can normally get over towards B pretty easy. But like the salvos, just to fight middle as well, means that they can never do anything fast over towards middle. Drones are going to be good for just splitting and clearing over towards sides in defense.
As G2 look to try to win a bonus.
Could probably do some cool little set plays as well. I think it's probably pretty good on this map.
The main thing that Leaf is running with.
Yeah, pulled out as the default wall rather than the one through mid.
It's a little bit strange because normally you want the Vipers
G2 have always been pretty good with Agent as well.
And you normally see teams with the double duelist relying more on the site execs. Double initiator, not as much.
B pressure early on here by G2, looking to take the orb up.
Question mark created over towards B.
So now they're starting to pile bodies over towards the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, Valen's definitely messed with T1's defensive setup at the moment, but there's still a Vice to get through over here.
Why no breach if we're running Teo? Those days are long gone, man. It made sense when you could have like 3 times combos in the round, but because you only get 2 of these now, it's just not a thing. You're not using it to default anymore, really. Maybe 1 sometimes when you're like really wanting to take somewhere.
Reaction, perhaps reclearance.
That seems to suggest
everything had to get reevaluated once they nerfed Teo.
The device wall is in A main. They're not going to be clearing that deep.
The wall cuts it up, spots and reveals Izu's position. The dash backing away here, but Meteor does find himself.
Only 1 in front of the wall. Do they try capitalize off of that? Late on this one, committed over towards here. I think T1 might have missed a bit of a window. Let's see, 20 seconds on this one. Izu's got to do a lot. Damn, he did great to get that extra kill though.
From the seams, G2 still not ready for this fight to be taken. T1 are so damn fast here. And time short. Jonah P can't quite land that shot. 1 bullet would have helped.
Hey, I still think that G2 will be pretty happy with their damage done.
Hold on, 2 players surviving against the bonus.
I think Breach deserved to get nerfed. No. I think they overfought the Teo.
And Leaf caught by the saturate.
And I don't think that's the end of it as well. I think something that happened with Teo is everyone started talking about the fact that there's too much rechargeable util. Riot even did a tweet about it, saying that they were going to look into rechargeable util, when in fact, in my opinion, it's only the Teo that was wrong. We saw the Breach get a stray, and I honestly think everyone's going to get a stray. I think the smokes are going to get a stray. I think all the other initiators are going to get a stray. I think every bit of recharge util is getting stray soon.
A flash. DH wants to respect that. Dimensional Drift has been earned up.
Ruben Durande. Hello, Ruben, mate. How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the prime, bro. I appreciate you, mate.
So Izu's going to be dropped. Meteor is right there behind him. If he goes down, the setup on A does too.
That'd be pretty stupid. Yeah, I agree. But it's the best meta we've ever had.
Not broken.
Surely we can't just keep things the way they are.
Sets the tone for the rest of this round now. Smoke's propped up. Util being used as well for due diligence. Meteor to salvo his feet. He's forced forwards into the fight here. There's a lot of information gathered up by Jorgamo off and around. That's a re-clear. Chord 4 sees down at the feet to try and defend. A lot of damage done, but at least still having his 1. There's a fight on those multiple fronts. The A side, though, is given up.
Big round, man. These two, especially with the HPs that are there, might try this 2v4.
Leaves it down to that 2v4.
If you can't find an easy kill here,
don't appeal to the CS players. The problem is a lot of those CS players are the people with the most following and the most vocal.
I think you've got to save at this point.
So
I was going to say Jorg is coming around behind, but it's Leaf for the headshot. Takes down DH from long distance. That outlaw got so much value. But also, the calling here from Valen is ruining T1. He's B-defaulting at the start of the round and then just going back into the Viper setup. The clone is breaking the wall.
I think T1 are in trouble.
Player on the site the whole time as well. There's no chance for T1 when their defensive rotate to put 3 players on the opposite side. Valen's finding the weak side and ending A almost every time. Again, Viper wall goes towards A. T1 not really abusing it by dominating mid. Not getting info on B quickly enough to re-clear. I mean, at the moment, why would you change anything?
No, same stuff, same setup.
It's T1 that need the adjustment quickly. I'd be tempted if I was Autumn.
A bit less rechargeable util would be good for the game.
Might see it before the next.
It's only really 2 teams that are using flash initiators at the moment.
Adjustments needed.
That are doing well. Giants and NRG.
Barely puts his body away from it here. Still alive though for now. Time.
Unless we're talking about rechargeable smokes, which would be interesting, but
it's definitely being played by G2.
Yeah, nobody over towards A main, so I don't think this is going to.
I guess we got a couple of sentinels that do it, but most of the stuff is double duelist.
Throwing for the clearance. Hearing a lot of that util. Thorns are going to be deaded nice and early.
He's hitting the heavy side this time.
Yeah. Pre-aiming in multiple directions, looking for the horn, looking for signs of life all over. Leaf is very much out in the open down towards mid, but here it is. Util's going to be exchanged. Handshake there with a stun and a paranoia. There's 30 seconds left. Jorgamo does get his pick, but where the hell are you going? Straight into Izu. Fully close though. That hindered to try and slow them down once more. But oh my god, it doesn't stop Leaf, does it? right around the corner, right click in your face, no denying that, trying to push back. And time was short, but it's played down to the tiniest of details, and with 11 seconds left, they will be able to get that plant down.
No way for Meteor to contest in this spot.
How would I nerf Omen? I don't like my nerf Omen, that's the issue. My nerf for Omen is take away one of the TPs.
G2 testing that pressure on B, realizing that it was a bit too much and backing out. That's the advantage of the Yoru, I suppose. Because Jorg was able to get in, have a feel, escape, and then even found a kill, I think, through a smoke towards the end as well.
Yeah. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, there it is. Onto the edge. And here comes this timeout from T1. I'm more a fan of taking these before the ecos, but I think it's fine either way here. Autumn's got to come up with an adjustment, though.
Make Paranoia skinnier. Yeah, they might do that. I mean, they've always nerfed the Flash.
Pretty simple stuff.
They've always nerfed
Never
the
really
Flash.
in control of mid unless it's the late
That would be
round,
like
and
the
they still have
third,
double
fourth
drone to be able to go late
Flash
round
nerf.
so it's not too much of a problem for them.
I think at one point you just got to take away it, or
Or
you give it like a real big change and like make the smokes last a lot less longer.
And that I think is a big problem. Now, do you want
It's a lot shorter.
play over towards B perhaps that you then dissolve? Do you want in the mid round to be pushing down mid so that you have a flank retake going against the no sentinel comp?
You can get active with the comp that they're running.
Sure. Do you want maybe to try to put pressure on Leaf at the start of the round? You know, if you see Leaf throw an orb lineup at the very beginning on A, you could try to punish him by going for the waylay, saturate, paranoia trap play that we saw Aspas run. Yeah, there are many
Make
different
the blind shorter. Yeah, they could do something like that. It'll get some kind of nerf.
How much practice have T1 actually had? Do they have all of these things in their strat book to be able to work around?
Yeah.
And also, if I'm Josh, I'm calling something very different for this round coming up. Because you know that Autumn's made an adjustment based on your default game plan, so...
Must-win round for T1.
Exactly.
Lose this, they got to eco. Got to be using this ult. They decide to get the op out. If the op gets a kill, it gets ult. Same thing over towards A, just making sure they use the wall here.
The defaulting happening towards A while Leaf controls B.
Yeah, it's kind of nice from G2 though, defaulting this all the time. You can send the clone out to try break this. Getting hit by the Prowler is like a must here.
Just in case, T1's comp does have that potential for explosive power.
Yeah, clone goes out. Can they break the clone? Problem is, are they smoking up and walling up at the same time so the clone is covered to break this? Yes, they are. Big jewel coming up. It's a nice default at the moment for G2 though. Question mark Corrode over towards here and they broke the wall.
It's good information as well. It tells you a lot about the defensive setup. You know that A is going to be stacked. You know that T1 have mid. Question is now, how do G2 deal with that?
This is huge from Izu. Sees a bit of pressure and then clears all of this. Not as mad as what he did in the pistol round, but this one's nice. Gets all that info, 3-person stack over towards him.
Bit of spam and straight shots, that's straight into the smoke, so Jogamo gone. He's the initiator factor, really. The only duelist that can play off of most of this.
I would not have done this personally, but
going to be hard committed. T1 just trying to stunt this one. DH getting a bit of a move on. Running down here, the horn has to be broken. And
they're a really good 3-person stack. Izu takes a lot of space on this one. Omen Flash gets used early, 20 seconds on this one. I mean, this is an absolute nightmare for G2, to be fair.
Sections here. This is chaos. In a few final moments here, trying to go all the way up and already returning. T1, they collapse from every
very
single
nice.
side.
4 people surviving, so their money's good. Double armor rebuy.
As much as we're praising it, got away from him there.
Yeah, well, I think that's a great adjustment called by Autumn too. Great usage of
I do
attack
think,
timeout to completely give your team a different defensive setup that worked.
I mean, pushing over towards B was just the one here. They got so much info. Izu did great.
Everybody else on T1 to be stacking over towards mid and A. Makes an A exec almost impossible. And then you saw that scramble at mid. So, really nice idea from T1. See if they run something similar again here. And Meteor can also hold on to a site a bit more easily himself because now he has a steel garden.
Ooh, that's so strong. They sold too early. The interesting thing is though, this is a big win for T1 to actually break the clone before it breaks the wall, and at the same time they instant re-clear over towards this. They can set the one up, and then this time now they can 3-person stack over towards B. Does Meteor get her in time, or does he want to stay strong at middle?
Now you can go back and
it's nice though right now from
T1. To this new defensive idea from T1.
Interesting smoke.
They're being great on the
what a wide face,
being really good on the sides right now.
Dyson with death here, buddy.
Meteor, mate. You are
happy to take that
In
fight. He was
trouble.
set up with that util.
Well, now you can split B.
And now going to be applying that. That's heat turned up now onto these T1 players. They
Instant reaction to losing. Here's the push. A little bit before the Omen flash, but still works. Keep an eye on spawn, by the way. Everyone's going through spawn as Trent kills everyone. And they won the duel on spawn.
Ruin their day.
That's an unbelievable play from Trent.
I mean, everything was looking so good from T1, but then Meteor's just...
I mean, I love the on-the-fly adjustment from T1 to decide to fight over B main there. They got the jump immediately onto Leaf. But Trent, playing like he was at the start of the year, best player in the world kind of formed there to pick off both of them. Yeah, he has cooled down over the course of the year, but you still get glimpses of it like that.
Ulting Neon in your face and landing that shot.
Yeah, just a clean one-tap with the Vandal. And you see the call too. G2 were thinking about going for a B split, and then once Trent got pressured, they were like, well, now we're going to have to go into a weird A split through spawn. And Trent's like, nah, don't worry, boys. I just cleaned up both of them, and the spike goes back in their direction.
He's just backing away playing his life, and Izu doesn't even get to keep that operator. A consolation prize into the next tier.
Yeah,
now 5-2 for G2.
They might be fully wrecked here. This is a lot of rounds for G2.
Valen's done a good
Man, if
job
G2 got their Corrode good, they're in a nice position.
Going to push the B player off the line.
G2 very good at making those snap calls as well to pivot.
Yeah, the double initiator gives you a good way of being able to contest mid in the mid round. Especially when the defenders are not running a Viper wall too. I mean, if you were running a Viper wall...
Force them down to an eco. What is the chances that T1 use some of their ults on the eco? I'm worried. Here we go. Set strat though.
Yep, here it is. Trying to make a play.
Trade over the top. There is one, two people waiting. Two people waiting for this push. Everyone's trying to do the MIBR. Everyone's on top of it.
Yeah. Already ready for it. And Leaf, of course, always tracking the money in the economy. Knows that he's up against no armor, half armor, whatever it might be.
Give it a couple of weeks and you won't even be able to get away with that playing ranked. Everyone's
going to be holding for it.
Yeah, no, it's becoming too easy. Love that. Check a corner, throw the tether out in the open so you can see if it's attached to someone as well. Really nice, man.
Ripping apart the map.
And the ults that they're getting online are monstrous too.
Yeah, it's a dangerous combo.
How many red cards have you seen from T1 this series? Honestly, I think Meteor's on his third red card. To be honest. And I think I'm being lenient, man. He might have had a fourth in there.
The Nightfall with Jorg or Valen getting into a deep position.
Yep.
You know, a teleport from Jorg or even the Omen ultimate, right? And then any space that you get on site, you have a pick going down. It's going to become extremely difficult for T1 on a map that I think even with these comps probably should still be a bit defense-sided. But it's tough to say when we've got double duelist on one side, double initiator with no Senti on the other. But, you know, at the very least, it should be even, and G2 look like they're running away with it on a map that has been their worst.
Not a believer. I mean, honestly, as soon as I saw their attack side to this event, I wasn't a believer.
No time.
I had so much hope coming into this event.
In terms of completely alternating the composition you want to play. Because it is a big change. You're going from a double initiator from double Senti.
Now we got to add an extra layer to this one. You got to insta-smoke.
But
Insta-smoke would work fine. Insta-smoke, then flash.
Huge credit to them. What?
Hello?
I tell you.
Is he okay?
He's got a problem with someone.
Yeah, lead paint stare, I think. I don't know.
Big Byron.
Doing that often. That's a flash, though. Unable to really break the horns.
Oh, boy.
Jay's out in the open. Jorgamo pounces on the chance. That's a deep hit to try and get him into the B side. This is offloaded nice and early. Unorthodox almost, but Buzz is given a bit of space as well to try and play his way in. Does at least delete that, so the ult's not going to be getting too much value with the TP, but Jorgamo happy to clean up the rest.
Flashing off the info that the Omen ult gives you is diabolical. G2 are in position. 5v3. Utilizing those ults like I was talking about.
Like, I understand this is G2's worst map, and they floated it, so you felt like you had to pick it. But my god, T1 looked pretty rough on this map.
Someone is going to be trying to play aggressive on B, because that's what Autumn told them to do coming out of the tag timeout. And G2 are like, well, since we know you're going to be there, I guess we'll just punish you with a flash haunt setup and run you down.
That's filthy stuff here from G2.
Even if that had been Itsu with the AWP, he would have been pressed to get out of there, I think, quickly with the light speed. Wow, come on!
Holy, bro.
Here, man.
Oh my god, man.
How's
he winning them as well?
Just disgusting stuff. Stacks. praying here that he can keep hold of the weaponry.
No way, man. They're taking everyone down. No money on this one. They got an eco again. They got all their ults still.
They've been dreaming of this match for months. They are turning up big time here. T1. They're the ones being left to adjust, and they're the ones that are using their second timeout.
This is the first comp where I've seen G2 play it, and I think it has serious legs on Corrode as well.
Yeah, and they look a lot comfier with it.
Yo, Meteor, can you even shoot back or no?
He's been in the shower reciting those lines, I can tell.
Yeah, he rewatched the documentary and he's just like, hold up, which one of these can I use?
Yeah. He's going to be shouting across. Oh, bro. Yeah, G2 have come into this one viewing themselves as the protagonists, haven't they?
And listen, we'll reset the stakes as well. I mean, this is elimination. If you go out here, it's 9-12 in terms of your position, and no one remembers those teams. Like you said earlier, they only remember if you're expected to do more.
And I think, you know, it's arguable, it's debatable whether T1 are expected to do more. I think you'd expect them maybe to have a chance of making playoffs, but this is a tough group.
Yeah,
You've got
very
G2
tough.
and Heretics in here. T1 didn't set themselves up for success with their seed in Pacific, but they look like they could have and still might be
Can
able
you
to
shoot
make
back as T1's 12-5?
What is that?
Looking down the avenue.
Nosrat, thank you so much for the gifted, bro. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you so
There needs
much.
to be the adjustment from T1. There
Looking rough on Corrode. They look really rough on Corrode.
This is it. Could be the last game you play this year.
Ishiki, thank you so much for the 200 bits, bro. Appreciate you doing that.
An
Thank
incredible
you.
run. Cinderella, unbelievable miracle
Would
run.
be nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Not even making playoffs of champions would be a bitter disappointment for T1, for these players that have been at so many champs events.
Chogamo didn't
B
even
main
need that
control. They pick up the
Just
orb.
took it for the sake of it, denying it from the opposition.
I mean, that is just cruelty.
Yeah. Keep smoke propped down now. Would have drone to set the pace now potentially being brought towards it. But again, it is just slow and steady and always has been on this attack side for G2.
It's quite a nice haunt from Stax. He threw a haunt over towards B main and cleared out that space. Now, it didn't clear everything, but it has meant that they're not calling for reinforcements, and they've still got a spread defensive setup where they might be able to flood and defend and help Meteor, but it's going to come down to sheriff shots. The weaponry is just so light for T1.
I mean, 7 is just too much on a tank.
Drift here. It's going to be pointing out all the usual suspects, players, positions. Noted, Meteor does have a big ult for this one, but the Armageddon's going to be committed anyway. There's a sheriff shot for you.
Oh my goodness.
Going down a bit of
Well,
fire.
the gaps are starting to show a little bit on this one. Big kill on that. Oh my, it hit some lovely sheriff shots.
Every single cylinder, T1 say, we are not done yet.
Okay, they get gun upgrades. 1, 2. Mate picked up a stinger.
Where does that round come from? T1 coming out with a MasterCard Swifty, but
DH couldn't find the gun, bro.
G2 committing every
He
ultimate.
saved the stinger.
Steel Garden could have been perfect against a big buy like this when you're on the pick of guns, but he just takes the fight anyway.
He doesn't go for it. And then also, they do the same thing I've seen G2 do before, where Jorgamo mistimes himself playing around Trent's ult, takes a bunch of damage from it. I mean,
The gun was on the
that's a
outside,
weird
yeah.
one.
Maybe,
It's a
I mean, they could have
strange round for
organized it a
T1
little
to
bit
be able
better, I
to
think.
pick up.
Either way, it probably won't matter.
But that's wiped out a lot of the ults on the side of G2. Early
damage,
spam battle,
15
buzz down
HP.
to 15 health.
Insta-spam at that
To
angle.
be live in that spot here, TH is, there's no way you're disrespecting this, man. You're trying to get ahead of this. There's a horn in your face. Where you going?
Ah, he's getting
Nobody
caught
survives
out.
that
Everyone
spot.
over. Everyone
This game is getting mad.
in this
Yeah,
area
mistakes
is
being
getting
opened up, perhaps
completely
from the
caught out
pressure.
trying to get info on B.
The understanding that this could be
The
your
H has been
last
caught
time to
twice
perform
on the pistol
stage.
round. Izu got caught. 3 rounds.
T1.
Your B player gets caught.
And already from behind. I mean, where's Valley
Jesus,
come from?
guys.
How's he got here? Straight up through mid. No consideration for it. Even spotting signs of life for Meteor. We'll have to respect that, though, with a snakebite drop down at your feet. So, as quickly as T1 win a round, looks like it's going to be answered back.
A collapse for T1 in this. And even that opening pick onto DH, he's having a rough
I
game
think Valo will
today.
always lag behind CS because its mentality of Valo censoring the
They really
passionate
want that
CS.
aggressive beeline because it helps out their information game so much.
They
But
censor being passionate while
just getting
CS
punished
don't, and the
time and
huge
again.
difference
The
from
flash horn
such
combos
low
are too much to be able to
viewership
stand up
in
against.
Valo.
Some help,
You realize
really.
Valorant has
It puts
better
Meteor in a
viewership
weird
than
spot too,
CS, right?
because when you're in a 4v5 like that, you don't know whether you really want to run in and help and try to
It's just
burn your ultimate.
like all the Chinese numbers are
Oh
crazy,
yeah, Leafs.
crazy,
Just like
mate.
Balance was earlier on.
Okay.
So, I think your facts are wrong, first of all, but I get what you're saying. I would like them to uncensor more stuff. I do think you have a good do you think you have a good point to an extent?
Last round of
You're
the
also
half
just
here,
kind of lying.
and it's desperation already, and they've lost the ult. They've lost the ult.
Oh, there's no way they're going to get to him in time. You're right, though. They need this last round. They need it now. It's just overwhelming. Just the opening B setup, just a flash and a horn. It's very simple. The T1 have not found an answer towards, and you can feel that pressure. Look at it on his face. He's really starting to stack up now.
He really knows he's let his team down there with how he's played that. Devastating when you've got a rookie as well, especially under such a high pressure, you know, team culture.
After that T1 documentary, not too much.
Sphinx number 9, thanks so much for the tier 1, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Dealt with early
Thank you so much for the 32 months.
Have a little bit of help there from the side avenues. A-link position, double face through the smoke. Overwhelmers burst. Really hard timing to take. Salvo's at your feet, DH. Sound cues cut away.
Can they get an extra round?
Feeling that heat has been turned up, and even expecting that repeat. Yisu does land the shot. Jonah P gone. Players.
Dude, four pistol bonus. That's the only way they win it.
Position to really push back. G2 is still squaring up to try and take it. This isn't posturing. No more players across the board here, but a spam into the box alongside it. But again, anyone is Yisu's target. Double dash now to get back to safety here. One bullet left. We'll commit to that reload, and his team does have pretty good defense here. Stalwart is the nature of it.
Damn, bro, really? 4v5, they managed to clean this up. I mean, it's a must-win pistol. It is still doable. They'll still be believing, even though it's insanely rough.
Sidelines after dropping
It's
early
very,
in that
very
round.
hard. But the Waylay stuff,
the pressure getting
Waylay
to them,
stuff could be good enough.
Yisu steps up, gets 3 big kills of DH. Redemption for him after a couple of rounds where he fell early on. He's been so good since being added to this team. It's rough to see him not quite perform out there, but 2 big ones towards the end. Maybe that'll reset his mental for the next and most critical half.
Definitely potential for it. Maybe it's salvageable here for T1, but for now we're going to send it down to the stage.
Chat, Valorant is
Quick
good,
interview.
CS is good. It's okay, you don't have to flame the other game. They're both just different. They're both sick games. Relax
Et
yourself.
Samy est là un lundi pour donner de la voix pour T1.
They're good over there, we're good over here. It's all cool.
A French streamer and T1 enjoyer here with me in Paris. So Samy, first of all, if you had to give me 3 reasons to become a T1 enjoyer, what would they be? Donc Samy, si tu devais me donner 3 raisons pour devenir fan de T1, ça serait lesquelles?
Bah, tout d'abord, c'est l'aura des joueurs de toute façon, leur merch qui est incroyable et le fait que quoi qu'il arrive, ils sont toujours dangereux en game.
Ok, une belle triade effectivement. So yeah, first of all, I think, you know, the competitiveness of the players, like even if they're going down, they're gonna battle for the victory. Second one is the merch, and lastly, the aura, and I think it goes for both games for T1, of course. And second question, we are used to seeing you getting a bit mad in ranked and stuff, but we see you here enjoying yourself, having a good time. So what makes Valorant the best game in the world according to you, Samy? Qu'est-ce qui fait de Valo le meilleur jeu du monde? Parce qu'on le sait, t'es un peu aigri en ranked, mais ici, tu as l'air de passer un très bon moment.
Bah, je pense que tout le monde rage en ranked, ça c'est pas une exception. Mais en tout cas, quand je regarde un match de Valo,
Timing,
moi,
dude.
je
I was thinking the
toujours
timing of this. I was like,
plaisir.
come on, man.
Même les petites équipes peuvent gagner contre les grandes, etc. Et
Chat,
c'est ce qui
just
fait que le
settle
jeu,
down.
En tout cas, il est toujours plaisant à se regarder et tout, etc. Donc voilà.
So yeah, what I like about Valorant esports is that any team can beat any team, right? The underdog story, we have many of those, and even though everyone is getting a bit crazy in rank, that's also part of the game, and I think you are right on this. And let's see if the Samy buff will be enough for T1 to come back on Corrode.
They need every bit of help they can possibly get here, because T1 down in the doldrums, down by 4 rounds. A pistol round goes without saying, they need it.
We don't know really how good they're going to
Obama
be on the
underscore
attack
74.
side.
Thanks so much
Take
for
a
the
look at
Prime,
Leaf.
man.
He's gonna
Appreciate
be
the
one of
9
players
months.
that has to
And
fend
go
off the double
525 with the
duelist
Prime
on
as well.
the other
Thank
side
you
of
so much as well. I've gone for MIBR on that.
Has had Meteor's number, hasn't he? 740 damage dealt. Meteor, double Masters winner, double MVP. He'll be bitterly disappointed if this champs run ends this early on, because he's competing with people like Leaf.
Exactly, man. I mean,
you know, the big races, the big picture kind of stuff of best players in the world and potential greatest of all time, actually, when it comes to Meteor.
Boat Dog with the Prime. Appreciate the whole year, mate. Thank you, thank you.
T1 have had that highest to highs.
Boat Dog is too late, though. I respect the
lowest of lows.
Respect the setup, though. I appreciate you, mate.
To have this be your final game. They can't stand it, and they've got to step up. They don't want that to be the case. They don't want that to
must-win pistol for T1 here, because that was a bit of a shocker.
I like the idea of G2 putting 3 players on B, because this composition loves B.
I mean, they have read this one pretty well.
Subverting expectations.
3 passing over towards here. You don't get the earliest info over towards middle, though, but sounds being made.
But they are going into the stacked side.
Paranoia. Let's connect. Well, it's going to be slowed down here. These players just trying to hard anchor into their spot. Jorgamo also hard committed. Frenzy in hand will
that
commit.
Little jump before he TPs out so he can see them on the minimap and gets numbers. Really
from
cool.
Every single direction here. They can't win a fight. Plant is down for them. That's the only thing they got. Izu and Meteor are going to have to really step up. With the way that G2 are playing the discipline, it's in their blood. It runs deep here, and there's going to be that instant response with the swing, leaping into the fight like a salmon
what
upstream.
a jump out, man. Trent,
delivering death blow
maybe responsible for both pistols to an extent.
9 rounds for G2.
Of their little setup, they had a good read on this one.
Dire spot.
Kind of situation where you might even think
yeah,
about
it might have come down to some of the DRX ones,
got very many kills,
or
fell, but
knowing that most of these comps like to head over towards B, I'm not sure.
In a rough position now. G2 running away
Monk Enjoy, thank you so much for the 26 months as well, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Prime, man.
Pistol and 7 in total.
Yeah, dude, that's the biggest. That's the biggest important round, though.
Sometimes.
Perfect call. Perfect call.
Yeah, that good read.
Yeah, that B stack, like I was saying, was a really good anticipation of what T1 were going to do, and they don't go for the force T1 here. Going to allow G2 to get up to double digits.
This would get very bloody if T1 just decided to
Buzz
go all
has
in
an
here.
attack shorty.
Leaf holding down towards elbow. He's got that judge in hand. High ground has to be smoked off. A lot of presence, a lot of pushback here, but T1 not looking to commit.
Meteor maybe trying to take a fight against Valen in mid.
Oh, calm. I've got no.
I got
no.
Should be set
yeah,
up for
I agree
it.
with that.
Oh, no way, man.
I think the potential's through the roof. I agree. Calm.
How does it hit like that? Yeah. Perfect first bullet accuracy. Aim punches Meteor immediately. No response. No chance. When you look at the stats, G2 are, across stage 2, the best team in the world when it comes to defense. Some people talking about them just farming an easy region in Americas, but they're out here doing it against some other teams too.
Now that judge trying to make good work with it as well. Thinking about pulling out the util, but it leaves him just down to Izu. He does pick it back up, but again,
very, very nice.
For the world in a spot
pretty
like
convincing
that.
on this one.
Almost flawless.
Only one gun rebuy.
But G2 didn't come here to play. They came here to make a statement.
Melted.
And then we're talking about revenge. I think they weren't really just motivated to win this game. They were motivated to crush this game. I think it's indicated by the words that Valen was using, where he was talking about making their lives miserable, knocking them out in groups here.
4 players.
G2, 4 passing. Ready for a punish on this one. Flash on top of the roof as well. Damn, what are these flashes that Jorgamo was throwing? Double flash over the top roof.
4 players being over here.
He flashed like this. Twice. Goes behind the wall here so anyone facing is fine. Gets anyone looking this way. Pretty nice.
So much faster around the map for G2.
That's a great trade from Trent, really is.
Hot on the heels. He's out in the open when he's drunk.
Can't be doing this one for too long, surely. Trent
should be able to get a free kill. The box covering, yeah, there it is. So punish inside, 2v2 now. T1 have themselves an in.
Slowly moving around the map. Stacks into the H. They might hear that footstep over towards A. It's only the clone. Jorg's got an outlaw, so both of these players with full armor don't have too much to worry about. They should be able to get a spike plant down, but Jorg can be nasty in these kind of spots, and any damage is going to be tough for Team 1 to recover from. They need 6 rounds just to get the gap back.
Yeah. Plant down that. If you're T1, you've got to be thinking 1 round at a time is how you take it.
Surely Leaf doesn't win this.
Guns picked up
Picks
and
up a gun, gets pretty even.
Cycling operation here, but it's all watched for and managed by DH with Leaf and Jogamo.
Still though,
to dust.
G2.
So,
Love the amount of damage
survived,
they
2
did on
players
this
attack,
one.
2 guns going into the next tier. You do have to take it, thinking about it, 1 round at a time, 1 step at a time.
Yeah, dude, these are the flashes we were talking about. Look how strong this is.
G2 had so many things going on in this round. The fight over towards A, the stack, going back, re-clearing down mid. T1 a lot slower to respond. Still came out the better of it towards the end, but not inspiring too much confidence. Meteor's 1 away from an ultimate, though, that could be extremely important in a round like this.
Over the top of the horn, there's no real...
Fade Eye over towards A though, clears everything, and they clear this corner.
Have the opportunity. A lot of YouTube being
Definitely have a good rotate for this one.
No coverage here. Jogamo, he can just tuck
Nicely
himself
done
into
from
the shed.
Jork.
This
is kind of what I was expecting from Liquid, to be honest. Like being in these kind of corners where you can punish a waylay entry and then get out of there or have a swing behind it.
But
Nice from G2.
Dude,
this is even without a demo as well.
Slowing him down, they really want to take this fight towards him. Trent,
they're just looking at the normal pathing.
No way, man! He's applying
Damn, dude, Trent. Trent's impact is crazy.
3
Double
kills.
pistol, the big buy rounds.
Coming from the pistol rounds. After this, I don't think that's going to be the case. Salvos drop down. Circles of death here and deny
very
any
nice from
chance
G2.
of
Dude, it's interesting though. It's like good prep, even though they haven't really had a demo to watch from T1. They're pretty much just looking at some of the DRX stuff and just realized they probably would have copied some of the waylay stuff. Get the kill, get the info, get out of there.
Not looking quite as drilled as DRX, for example. Domestic rivals of T1. Former home of some of these T1 players as well. They have the Yoru, the flashes coming through. Plus this Neon not throwing the wall there for DH to be able to get a clean TP into the corner. T1 not looking quite as drilled. And I don't know why Meteor didn't just pick up the orb and go for a free ult into the B side to open.
Little details going to miss.
Very far a miss, because now
I mean, yeah, those are the big rounds as well.
Have to give G2 match point. They'll be begging to get some stinger value here.
Trying to really just send it flying forwards. That C's connects though. Like a bungee cord, going to be springing his players right back, but Meteor might be able to get it done. That's a Sheriff. Makes it sing up towards mid, and that's a wide face as well, setting them up for success with these fights.
This gun's run and gun is way too strong, man.
Yeah, the Thrifties are working for them, aren't they?
It's too good, dude. It's got to get nerfed after this event.
Moore's taking those risks. Meteor making sure to cover those angles, and he's even got a bit of backup. TH going to be joining him. Jonah Pete sidestepping, but doesn't really want to overcommit into this. Hold on, that gun picked up. There's a good punish in sight.
G2 can still buy after this.
For Jonah. Spot like this. Back is open though to Izu. He'll deliver it. It's execution style here. Massacre Thrifty for T1.
It's the second one that I remember on this map. So that's at least a third of the rounds for T1 coming off the back of winning Thrifties. And maybe it's to do with the pace like you're talking about, Brent. Maybe they just need to be playing with a little, I don't know, more...
less respect.
Yeah, more whimsy.
Yeah.
Sending it.
The back of that round loss, you're seeing an immediate adjustment. It's a timeout taken by G2.
Nice early
does
timeout for G2.
T1 and in, so
Not
they
messing
can
about.
actually communicate because they used 2 at a timeout.
Do you nerf the stinger? The fire rate's got to be less, man. Melts people too much. Maybe you change the recoil as well.
That was going wrong with their B
could be both of those as well.
They can get Meteor in a good position to actually utilize his Steel Garden, because this is the round to do it.
Up the spread, something like that.
Using attack side ults right here to stop G2 getting up to 12. To throw off any adjustments that Josh is going for, and to break their economy again. This next round is a must-win if T1 wants to come back and keep their playoff dreams alive here at Champs.
G2 pulling out all the stops to ensure that that does not happen. Want to slam shut that door in the face of T1, ensure that distant memory of lifting the trophy at Bangkok will remain just that.
Change the damage. Yeah, you could do that also.
It's G2's time. The entire year has been building up to them lifting trophies.
I don't care, man. As long as it gets something.
Never been proven on the international stage.
Lots of input there coming from the T1 assistant coach. And it looks like everybody heading over towards A apart from Meteor. Now, E2 one away from an ultimate, so it might just be a play for this ult orb. See what the opener looks like.
Damn, they got the reverse TP, the like heretics do. Yeah, they do, man. Look at his TP. His TP's nice. They got some nice TPs. We've seen that nice ATP to B. We've seen a nice BTP to A. Some good Euro stuff out there still.
Has to be clean from this point on by T1. On their way back in. Maybe they've hit onto the mark of what they needed to do. That was fast, pacey stuff by T1.
Face your fear.
The comp allows, and even a Nightfall committed. Feel how tenuous this is. They want to hold on to any lead they possibly have. Give no possibility for G2 to get back in with Jorgamo done. Drop back to that spectator seat. Bit of spam and a salvos though into the appropriate corner again, but it is that 2v3.
Yeah, I think they got a save on this one. A couple of people that come by next.
Both players caught by the Fade ultimate, locked out by a smoke.
Nice turn. Hold on, T1 are just hunting these players down.
I mean, that's a big win.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, technically a 1v1, but actually just Leaf trying to get out of here with
trying to
the
survive.
weapon in his hand. This was a must-win round for T1. And it's that fast pace again.
Yeah. That might be the
Didn't use that many ults in this as well.
And they weren't shy about using ultimates as well. I mean, they weren't playing for the ult at the start. They were playing to trying to punish the player who was denying the ult orb. Really big catch there at the very start of the round on the Jonah P. G2, their economy, left reeling. And this is where the doubts might start to trickle in just a little. You've lost 2 rounds in a row, now you're...
I like the new HUD. Yeah, I like the new HUD. Now we have money when we're live. It's got everything now.
We're going to be talking about mental resilience.
Bring them down.
G2 are trying to gamble on the Thrifty here. They had 4 bodies heading over towards B. Now that Prowler and Paranoia are coming through, the defenders are going to start running towards Jonah P's side.
Jonah P's done a great job at stopping him.
There's more players backing him up here.
Rotate comes in, yours
going to be able to help him out, potentially slow down, but T1, they don't respect it. They're going to be sending it flying forwards here. Jonah P could be in a bit of a difficult spot. Stun connection as well. Oh, there's connections as well, though. From the Sheriff in the hands of Jorgamo. Conversion
got an all out of them, though.
It's getting dangerous now,
win.
T1. They don't want to lose grip of it. When you have the advantage, you send it. You know how good G2 can be without
surely that's the only one.
But they're all retaking from the same position. It normally doesn't work on Corrode.
Whoa.
Oh,
they use their own ult. Wait, we're going for it? Surely we don't use Trent's ult on top.
If they don't have the weapon's, a salvo into the corner. Spotting out
hold up.
Disconnected him from the rest of the pack. T1, you're going to have to step up now and really put the shut down under these G2 players. Their weaponry has to be an advantage.
DH, mate, you gotta go big.
In hand, it's not doing too much at all. Smokes in the face, angle being held. Stax has got this one surely on lock, but it's left to just him. In a spot like this, a 1v2, time taken away. He needs to find it,
Oh my goodness, that is close, man. Big round from Stax. Wait, they used so many ults though, G2. Hail ult and your ult. It's now actually incredibly doable.
He had to stand firm, had to be the
I can't believe that was like the all-in round from people. I mean, it makes sense from G2. And they got such a big advantage, 3v5 at one point.
Does exactly what's required of him. What a chaotic moment. There were definitely chances for G2 to win. And now they've got rifles up.
The whistle, bro, why is he constantly doing it in like a rhythm as well? It sounds like grasshoppers or something. The grasshoppers? What are the things that like buzz in the...
Man with a pit, drop down, lay it out, it's going to billow through. So Leaf has control, but that is not where T1 are setting their sights. A has been working.
Crickets? Yeah, crickets. That's
they don't want to change it up.
He's doing it like perfectly, just the same sound that crickets do, bro.
One of the angles here.
Like, give us something different, man. Give us a tune.
Here it is. Steel Garden sweeping past.
It's Prius. What does next to Sapphire just doing it, trying to put her off her game. Dude, it's another B hit. Over towards B side.
The Nightfall is going to be answering straight back here.
It all goes in. They take a lot of space to this one. They realize that the guy's stuck in the corner. Dude, Easer is in trouble, surely. Still a strong crossfire, though.
Samq's going to be cut away from him here. All comes down to the trades and the shots. G2.
He was the main person that they could kind of just play off of, and he peeks.
Dodge and avoided.
Stax has to do it again.
Nightfall committed hard forwards right from the
side. I don't think he should be peeking.
That's a bit of one, and it's going to hurt for T1.
You're the guy that they can contact off of. You're the guy that's the hardest to clear, and you peek. Like the 1v1.
You can't ask that much of Stacks 2 rounds.
I mean, the
in a row. This
others
time
maybe
as well with the
misplay with
player
the
behind him.
salvos.
Incredible
I mean, the
patience differently.
salvos were
He was the
good
only player
though.
coming from a different angle, and he
Trent
waited,
salvos there
baited his
were
team, but
really good. Forced
perfectly
the other
done.
two out into the open,
Comes around the
and
back,
then he has to
grabs
peek
two.
because the other two are having to peek.
Pressure on
Dude, this
T1, but
salvo
probably not
here
good for G2
separated
either.
them over towards the right, and then he feels like he's going to be
Stinger, a judge,
told off for baiting.
and no ults to work with. No great ults, to be honest, on either team, but Buzz might still be able to tear some people apart with this one.
And a weaker weaponry
What
has
goes
stopped
with
G2 in the past here. There still is the impetus. Every single round counts at this point for T1. Got to give it their all, otherwise
Jesus,
they
guys
are
using
done.
util everywhere. Wolf for mid, flash for A, Thorns for
4
B
match
main.
points here for G2. More than they ever had in the Bangkok Grand Finals, and
Dude,
that's over the course of 5 maps.
They're like, holy hell, where does this lineup go? Where are we throwing it? Dude, the funny thing is, they might take
Trying
B
to
main
fake
for free, and he
presence,
might not even
pressure
throw
coming
it.
From T1, they're looking to see if they can pull, rotate.
And here we go.
Across the map there.
Damn.
Dawn to try and
We
cut off
hit,
the
we
available
helped the B
avenues
hit, and then we got
open.
two
Sideline
lurking
though,
over
up to
towards
heaven,
middle.
needs to be watched for.
That's
Couple of
nuts
shots
on
as
this
well going
one.
either side. No one
Big
falling
duel over
casually
towards
though.
middle.
Through
I mean, they're
mid
not
as
going to
well. Looks
expect
like this
two
is
here.
With a late delayed pressure, Valen's still holding it in the game. And Timing's
Oh.
just spotted it.
That's
Thor's
kind of
gonna be
insane
rattling there
bait.
through the wall though. Buzz who shrugs off the damage.
Oh
VCT
my
needs to be winning
goodness.
that now. Valen, classic in hand. He's done more than enough damage here with the judge into close proximity. This is really dangerous. T1 are being
bullets.
ripped apart, ripped to shreds. At least playing with
What's
them.
going on?
Playing with their food.
Oh my god,
They
that
put them
whiff
in
at
the grave
middle
and they send
was...
them home. G2. They qualified for playoffs.
That was the next level whiff.
Vengeance absolutely cold out there.